Hey, Jordan Bench here, jordanbench.com. In this video, I answer the question, what are good fats to eat? So I think for your average American, I think what happens is we just don't get enough of the good, healthy fats in. We actually get a lot of the bad fats and we don't get some of the good fats. And I think if we want to see like a difference in our health, we really do need to start eating some of the good fats. And it's for several reasons. One of the reasons is it's really good for your brain health. Another thing is it's good for hormone production. And a lot of times, I know for several people, or a lot of people, what we typically see is like our hormones get out of balance and it causes a lot of issues. So, having the healthy fats in is going to help with hormones. Also, when you have healthy fats, you're going to get vitamins A, D, E, and K. So, those right there are very important. I can remember back when I did bodybuilding, so several years ago. Back when I did bodybuilding, there was something that I did, and looking back on it now, I think it was kind of foolish, and I'm kind of like cringing at the fact that I would actually do this, because now knowing what I know, there's no way I would do this now. But I would actually eat, like, let's say 12 eggs a day. I know it's a lot, but I'd crack the egg and I'd open it up and then I'd throw away the yolk and then I eat all egg whites. So I was eating egg whites, not the whole egg. I throw out the yolk, and the yolk is like one of the best parts of the egg. I mean, there's just so much good stuff that the egg yolk contains. It's one of the best forms of healthy fats that we can get, and I would just throw it away. It's just ridiculous. So I think a lot of people over the years, there's been so much misinformation, and there's been like a scare on eating fat because people think like if you eat healthy or if you eat fat in general you're going to get fat, and that's really not the case, especially if you're eating healthy fats. And when I did bodybuilding, I like I said, I didn't eat a whole lot of the healthy fat. Like I would count my macros, and when I would count my fat, I really kept my fat to a pretty low number because I didn't want to go over on like my calories. But really, I noticed my health suffered because of it. I know if would have had more fat in my diet, my health would have been a lot better. So now I try to get a pretty good amount of healthy fat in, and I definitely do not see weight gain. If anything, I think I get more lean and more ripped, and if anything, I feel better. So don't be scared of fat. So what I want to do in this video, I just want to share with you some healthy fats that you can start eating. So one of the first ones I want to mention is like eating avocado. Now avocado, it tastes great. It's one of the best fruits that you can get that has like a really good healthy fat. You can add avocado in like chili. You can add it in like a Mexican dish. You can add it to smoothies if you like to blend up some of your shakes and stuff. So avocado is awesome. Another one is like avocado oil. Now, avocado oil is good if you want to cook with it because it has a high smoke point. So, some oils you don't want to cook with, like olive oil. You don't want to cook with olive oil because it has a low smoke point and it's going to get rancid really quick, so it can't really tolerate the heat. So, avocado oil is one. It's really good for cooking, good for grilling. You can add it to salads. Another one would be butter, right? So a lot of people are like scared of butter. Don't be scared of butter, but I would recommend that you do Kerrygold butter, or you just have some type of like organic butter. So you want like organic grass-fed butter if you're gonna have butter. Don't really go with the other stuff that's like more conventional. I would go with organic grass-fed butter. Another one that I would like to mention is, well, let me say this too. So avoid margarine, avoid the butter sprays, avoid the calorie-free stuff. Like I said, go with organic grass-fed butter. That's your best bet. The next one is, let's say you have any issues with dairy and you're like, I can't do butter because I have issues with dairy. I would recommend you try ghee. Do ghee or clarified butter. What that does is it strips a lot of the milk solids out, so you're not going to have the issue with like lactose and stuff. So that's going to help if you have any like intolerances to dairy. The next one I like to recommend, and this is probably one of my favorite fast sources, it's coconut oil. I would recommend you do organic or extra virgin unrefined coconut oil. If you do get coconut oil, you can get them in all different kinds of sizes and stuff. You can add that to salads as well. You can cook with it because it has a high smoke point, so you can cook with olive oil. I'm trying to think. You can add it to smoothies. Like I make like a keto coffee, so I'll add that to like my keto coffee. If I do like protein shakes and stuff like that, I'll add it to protein shakes to get like a higher level of fat in it, so then it's more of like a balanced meal. Another one I would do is MCT oil, or medium chain triglyceride is what MCT stand for. Basically, it's a saturated fat, and you can add this to like salad dressings. That's one way to do it, or like kind of like coconut oil, you can add it to like shakes and stuff like that. I actually add that to the keto coffee. I do have a video on that, so you can check out my channel and find the keto coffee video that I have. Another one is olive oil. Olive oil is really good, but like I said before, I definitely would not cook with it because it has a low smoke point. Do extra virgin cold pressed organic olive oil. That's going to be your best bet as far as olive oil goes. And make sure that you buy it like in a dark bottle, because what happens is, and you want to get a small bottle and you want it to be dark, because what happens is, as like say once you open up the bottle, air gets into it. Okay, so when air gets into it, it begins to oxidize. Once it oxidizes, it gets rancid. So let's say, for instance, you get a bottle of olive oil and then you open it up, use it one time, and then you close it off and you wait like a month to use it again. That bottle has gone rancid, and at that point, I wouldn't really be drinking it or using it on your food or whatever. If you use it for grilling, or if you use it for not for grilling, but you put it like on chicken, or you put it in a salad or something like that. Like I said, don't use it for cooking, but if you were to drink it, it's gone rancid, so it's going to cause a lot of inflammation in your body because it's gone rancid. So just be mindful of that. And the reason why I say having like a dark bottle is, for instance, if it gets in contact with sunlight, then it's also going to have the same kind of effect where it gets rancid and stuff too. So you want to keep it like in a dark place, so like light doesn't really get to it. So that's really the only caveat with olive oil. Like I said, don't cook with it. Um, Keep it out of sunlight, and if you use it in a small bottle, and try not to try to use it quickly. Don't like let it sit out for months. Don't have the bottle for months and months at a time, like I know a lot of people will do. Another one would be omega 3s from, like, say, fish oil. So there's several different types of fish oil you can do. You can do salmon, mackerel, herring, or even like sardines. You can get oil from all those. Those are all really good. The next one I would say would be like getting nuts and seeds. So you can do almonds, walnuts, pecans, chia, Brazil, cashews, macadamia, and flax seeds. So, or flaxseed oil too. You can do that as well. The flaxseed oil, you can add that on salads. I've done that a lot. I've just, would add that on salads. When I did bodybuilding, I would actually just put the flax oil like on a teaspoon, and then I just drink it like that. But it has like a nutty flavor to it. So a lot of people I don't think would like or enjoy that, but you can add it to a salad. The next one would be egg yolks, or just having an egg with, make sure the egg yolk in it. But one thing that I would say when you cook eggs, if you're looking for like the full benefit of getting like the protein and even like the fat from the egg yolk or from the egg white, it's really on how you cook it. So you have to think of it like this: the more and more you cook like an egg, it's not as like the availability of the nutrients go away. So the longer you cook it, the more you cook it, you're losing a lot of the nutrient benefits that you typically would get from it. So if you can do like soft boiled, or you can do like poached, basically if you can have it to where the yolk is somewhat runny, that's going to be your best bet, because it's going to contain most of the nutrients. So a lot of times when I make eggs, I do try to do them to where the yolk is somewhat runny, because in that way I'm not wasting the egg yolk. I'm actually getting a lot out of it. So that's just a little tip that I would recommend. You don't have to, but like I said, you're gonna get more benefit out of it if you do that way. Another one would be like full fat dairy. So that would be like yogurt or cheese, but I would recommend that you do that you have this in like how do I say it, like a raw milk, or even like raw cheese. You can do goat milk products. You can do stuff like that, but with dairy, like I said, I know like a lot of people do struggle with dairy. Like for me, if I do dairy, it's kind of funny, but if I do dairy, what happens is my nose will start to run, almost within 20 minutes or so. It's like I'll notice like my nose will get a little congested and my nose will start to run. So I don't handle dairy that well. I really believe it's because I've had so much dairy in my life. Like I love cheese, I love dairy. and I think having it so much over time began to cause issues. So I'm trying to get that kind of figured out right now, trying to get that sorted out. So I really have backed off dairy, but that is a good way for you to get a good source of fat in. But I'd also recommend that if you can make these things organic, that's going to be the best bet as well, because you're avoiding a lot of the hormones. And last but not least, I would say like the full, like the full fatty meats, like preferably, honestly, if you do like. If you can afford it and if you have the ability to, I would recommend that any meat that you get, you try to make it organic and grass fed. There are so many more benefits when you do organic and grass fed versus the regular like convention meat where it's raised on antibiotics and hormones and stuff. One, there's a whole lot of negative side effects that you get with the antibiotics and hormones when you eat meat that's raised that way versus doing the organic side of it. So, for instance, when you have the organic meats, it's actually, you're gonna get like a higher level, especially the grass fed. You're gonna get a higher level of omega 3s. Now, when you have it to where it's just the organic and grass fed meat versus the non-conventional, it's actually like 7 times higher in omega 3s. And really, in the conventional side, the omega 3s are like not even in existence really. So obviously, your better bet is to go the grass fed route if you do. And like I said, that's not going to contain antibiotics or hormones. So I hope this video has given you a good idea of the different healthy fats that you can get. Like I listed a ton. I know this was kind of like a little bit longer video on this. But hey, if this has gotten you some value, if you like this kind of content, then go ahead and hit that like button. And if you have any questions for me, then go ahead and comment below. Or if you have any other video suggestions for me, right now I'm in the middle of doing this 120-day challenge. And I think right now I'm like on a video 110 or something. I don't know. So I appreciate any type of video ideas or any type of questions that you have on videos that I could do. Go ahead and comment those below. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.